Welcome to Programming and Problem Solving using Python. This is Rishikesh. Till now, we saw what is program, how to instruct computer to do a certain task. We also saw some program design tools like algorithms, pseudocode, and flowchart. But now the main question arises is that how to implement those algorithms. For doing so, we have to use programming languages. In our case, we are going to use Python to instruct the computer. Programming languages can be defined as the languages that are formal languages and that have been designed to express computations. So we can express computations to computers using these languages. Here I have given certain programming paradigms. First one is imperative programming languages. The imperative programming languages is also called as procedural programming languages. A program consists of sequence of statements. After execution of each statement, the values are stored in the memory. The central feature of this language are variables, assignment statements, and iterations. Some examples of procedure-oriented languages are C, Pascal, Ada, and Fortran. Second, and the mostly used programming paradigm is object-oriented programming. In this way, everything is modeled as object, hence the name is object-oriented. This type of programming has a modular programming approach in which data and functions are bound in one entity called class. This programming paradigm has gained a great popularity in recent years because of its characteristics and features such as data abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and so on. Some examples of object-oriented programming languages are Smalltalk, C++, Java, and of course Python. Third type of programming is functional programming. Computations of functional languages are performed largely through applying functions to values. For building more complex functions, previously developed functions are used. Thus, program development proceeds by developing simple functions and then complex functions are derived from those simple functions. Examples of function programming are Lisp, Haskell, and YAML. Fourth and last way of programming is logic programming. In this paradigm, we express computations in terms of mathematical logic. It is also called a rule-based programming approach. So these are some types of programmings or paradigms of programming. Now let us have the introduction to Python. Have a look at its features. Python has very rich and diversified features. Let us look at them one by one. First and most important, it is free and open source. So we can download any software and module related to Python for free. Secondly, it is a high level programming languages. We are in the fifth generation of computers and in today's fifth generation, we only use high level programming languages. It is very simple and easy to learn. It is portable. That means Python programs can be executed on various platforms without altering them like Windows, Linux platform and various other platforms as well. The Python programs do not require compilation, rather they are interpreted. Internally, Python converts this source code into an intermediate form. That form is called as bytecodes and then translate this into the native language of our computer and then it runs it. Next is as we have seen in the last slide, it is an object oriented programming language. It can be embedded with C or C++ programs also. That means if anyone is having program in C and if you are in your program in Python, then you can embed your two different programs. It has also a rich set of functionality available in its huge standard library. Next one very important feature is that the Python has very supportive community. So in our development process, if we fall in some errors, we can have help from this community. And last but not least, in Python, we have to write a few lines of code. If we compare it with another programming languages like C, C++, and Java. So these are some important features of Python. Now let us see where the Python is used in industry. So many top companies uses Python in their business applications for development purpose. Google also used Python in their first search engine. The first search engine that Google had built was in 90s, and it was built using Python. Facebook uses Python in their production engineering. NASA also uses the software or workflow automation tool, which is written in Python. Entire stack of Dropbox is also written in Python. The well-known site Quora is also written in Python. YouTube also uses scripted Python for its websites. So these are some industrial uses of Python. So we can see that Python is used in large scale in industry, and this shows that it has a very bright future. Let us see what is the history and the future of Python. So it was created by Guido van Rossum during 1985 and 1990. The Python 3.0, that is the latest version of Python, was released in 2008. We will use this version in our whole course. Python is also used in large scale in artificial intelligence, big data, and networking. So it has a very bright future in these technologies. Plenty of Python modules are used in artificial intelligence to reduce human load. So no doubt it has a very bright future. And now the final question arises: how to write and execute Python program? That's the main question that we all have in our mind, that how we can write a program in Python to instruct a computer, and how to execute that program on our machine. For that purpose, open your browser, go to the Google and just type python.org and hit enter. You will be on python.org website. That is the official website for Python. From here you can download the latest version of Python for your machine. The downloading procedure of Python depends on your operating system, whether you are on Windows operating system or Linux operating system or any other operating system. If you have any problem in downloading Python, just Google your problem, and you will get the solution to download Python on your computer. The latest Python version available is Python 3.9.5, so you can download it. After downloading, install it on your device, and now you are ready with Python to write a code to instruct a computer and do some task using Python. So how to write a code in Python and how to execute it, we will see that in our next video. Till then, go through the documentation of Python on python.org. Take a look at beginner's guide for Python in documentation. So that's all for today's session. Stay connected till the end of the course. Thank you for watching.